Hi, my name is Miss Sarah, and I'm going to share a story with you today. At the end of the story, there will be some questions. You'll know the questions are coming because they'll start with, I wonder. These questions are the kind where there's no right or wrong answer. You might hear a question and just know what the answer is. There might be another question that you have many answers to. And maybe there will be a question you don't have any answers to, or maybe you don't even understand the question. And all of that is okay. You can say as many or as few answers as you have. If you're watching with someone else, you might even have different answers than the other person has, and that's okay too. So, let's get ourselves ready to enter the story. This is the Holy Family. Sometimes when you see something like this, it's not for children to touch. It might break easily. So you need to ask if you can touch it or work with it. But this Holy Family is for you. It is for you to touch and work with. You don't need to ask to work with it when you are here at St. Paul's. Now is the time of the color purple. So we have changed our underlay from green to the color of kings. This is the Christ child. He is holding out his arms to give you a hug. This is the Mother Mary. Here is the Father, Joseph. Here is the donkey that Mary rode upon when she and Joseph went to Bethlehem to be counted by the Roman soldiers. Mary was about to have a baby, and so it was hard for her to walk. Sometimes she rode on the donkey. But when you are about to have a baby, it can be hard to ride a donkey. So she would get down and walk. Here is the cow that was in the stable when the baby was born. She was so surprised to find a baby where her food was meant to be. Here is the shepherd who saw the great light in the sky at night. There were more shepherds than this, but we will put one down to remind us. Here are some of the sheep. There were many more in the fields that night, but these will help us remember. When they saw the light in the darkness, they were afraid. I would be, too. Then they heard singing. That scared them until they heard the words. The angel sang about peace on earth and goodwill to all people. The shepherds were told to go to Bethlehem, and they did. Here are the three kings, the wise men, the Magi. They were so wise that people thought that they were magic. In their language, they were called the Magi, which is like our word magic. Of all things that they knew the most about the stars. One day they saw a wild star. The Magi knew where all the stars were supposed to be in the sky that night, but this star was new, and it moved. This star was not on their maps of the sky. So when it moved, they were curious and followed it. It led them to the place where the Christ child was. The Magi brought with them gifts for the Christ child: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Here is the little baby, reaching out to give you a hug. He grew up to be a man, and he died on the cross for us. That is very sad. But it is also wonderful in an Easter kind of way. Now he can reach out and give the whole world a hug. He is not just back then, in this place or that place. He is everywhere and in every time. This is the Holy Family. You can work with it anytime you want to, because it is here for you. Now, I wonder, what part of the Holy Family you like best? I wonder what part of the Holy Family is the most important part. I wonder if you have ever seen any of the Holy Family in church. I wonder if there is any of the Holy Family that we can leave out and still have all that we need.